That's not going anywhere.
Oh, snap!
5 seconds. Think of the possibilities. A waiter says, enjoy your meal, and you say, you too? Rewind. Say something stupid on your first date? Rewind. Take a chance in a public bathroom with a broken lock? Rewind. Rewind hard. After all, this would be far easier than the usual method of taking out the witnesses. But until science figures it out, this is all I got. Nothing personal, buddy. I have far too many regrets that I felt instantly, and I would give anything to take back what is by far my most embarrassing
But there's no undo
I was going
button.
to visit my mom, who had just moved into a new place. All she had told me was that it was a
visiting your mother.
suite. I'd never been there before, nor did I know what a basement suite was. Was it a completely separate apartment from upstairs? Was it just somebody's basement? You never know. I didn't feel like kicking around a stranger's backyard to find out, so I tried to give my mom a call. No answer, no text, nothing.
Mom,
She's
what are you
probably
doing?
busy.
Pay attention to me, mother.
I decided to try the front door. I walked up the porch, saw a light on, and thinking it was my mom, turned the unlocked handle and stepped inside. Only to see...
Whoa.
Is Miss Animates here? What? No.
Is that not your house?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Have
That's
never
crazy.
wanted to crawl out of
How
my
you
own
walk in the wrong
skin
house?
more than in that moment. Nothing but regrets ran through my mind. Why did I open that random door?
Why did
didn't I
you?
wait to hear from my mom? Why did I leave the witnesses? Imagine just watching a movie with your partner
Leave the
and a
witnesses.
6'2" stranger just walks through your front door. Oh, is that Sonic 3?
And the guy did nothing to protect the woman. I wouldn't be like, bro, I got the blicky.
Temporary.
Don't get
I've
blicked.
never wanted to press a 5-second rewind button more than when I got in my first car accident.
Woo!
Oh, this? No, this wasn't an accident. No witnesses. I was visiting my grandparents for the summer, and my brother and I wanted to swap vehicles for funsies. Him with my Mustang, and me with his Focus. Win-win. They're both fun cars to drive.
You got a Mustang?
So he took
I
my
had a
car to work,
Focus.
and I went
That was
to
my
run some
first
errands.
car.
After hitting a cafe and a clothing store, I went to grab some groceries. As I drove in, I saw a spot near the entrance, albeit a little too close to pull right in. So I ended up facing the car next to me. Just had to back up to readjust.
Back
Brock's
it up,
car
Terry.
is a manual, like mine, with one key difference. The reverse gear is on the opposite side, beside
gosh.
first gear. So
I'm
you have
guessing
to
it's
push
gonna
the
mess you
shifter
up.
really far left and forward. So that's what I did. I rolled forward a bit, as you do in a manual when you let off the brake, and just had to gas out of it.
What happened? I don't drive manuals.
I was in first gear the
Oh.
whole time. And
You
to
thought
make
you was in
matters
reverse.
worse,
Got
his
it.
girlfriend was in the passenger seat.
Oh,
The
she
last
witnessed
person
it.
I wanted to be there. Damn it. God, don't worry. I can take care of this.
You're actually very lucky that it wasn't a girl that you liked, because I actually asked a girl that, and they said they get the biggest ick if guys can't park properly, or if they get in an accident with a guy and they're in the car. Like, they get the biggest ick if guys can't drive good. So you're lucky this was your brother's girlfriend and not your girlfriend, because she would have not called you the next day, my guy.
All right. I guess there's only one thing to do.
Get rid of the witnesses. There we go.
Just kidding. But I thought about it. I parked the car, being extra careful in reverse, and waited beside the car I hit. It was just a scratch, but it wouldn't have been right to bail.
You didn't
Eventually,
leave a
the
note?
owner came out, and I was prepared for a verbal beatdown. A scolding. My license would be revoked, and after my prison sentence, I would have to use exclusively electric scooters.
You actually stayed, though.
But
You're a
instead,
good person.
I was met with the kindest old
Aw.
man I've ever met,
Aw.
which made me feel so much worse. I would have preferred if he'd punched me in the face, but he understood it was an accident and said to me, "It is what it is."
He's an old man, man.
Hit me?
Can I hug you?
Touch-up, shook his hand, and parted ways. But I still had to deal with Brock. I swore his girlfriend to silence until I told him myself, which she did not make easy.
Brock, isn't that Animation's
Hey,
brother?
how'd it go?
Is this
Parking
guy
was a
Animation's
nightmare,
brother?
But it's nothing to get bent out of shape over.
Ah, she
We're
got
in any good
jokes.
Spot, so we had to start from scratch.
She's
I stood in
funny.
guilt all day
She's
until Brock
funny.
came home. I pulled him aside and said, "Hey, can you step outside? I gotta talk to you for a minute." "What'd you do to my car?" "What did you do to my car?"
That's why you don't let other people drive
Only
your
one way
car.
to make it even, bud.
Oh!
The car! Scratch the car!
Oh!
In the end, everything was fine. It was an honest mistake
crazy,
with minimal
man.
damage, and now Brock could hold it over my head forever like a proper sibling. And thanks to Swoosh's video, you also know how I drove on the wrong side of the road in New Zealand. Maybe maybe I should stick to electric scooters.
If I had to go to another country and try to drive on their roads, I'm sure I'll get messed up as well. Because first of all, what side am I driving on? Because in Europe, they like to drive on the left side. America, we drive on the right side. And like, that's just Europe. I don't know how New Zealand's gonna handle it. I don't even blame you, is what I'm trying to say. Don't even blame you.
If you see my short about it, you might know Best Buy delivered me a cracked TV twice.
Woo! I got it once. A cracked TV once. I was pissed.
When we moved into our new place, I decided to mount the TV all by myself like
Good job.
Now, believe it or not, the YouTube animator is not the most proficient handyman. See, when you hang something heavy on a wall, you generally want to mount it on the studs. Otherwise, you're just relying on flimsy drywall. But
Agree.
the studs were too far apart for the mount. Now do I A, return and order a new mount that would arrive in literally 24 hours? B, purchase drywall anchors rated for the weight of the TV? Or C, use tiny screws I already own and gamble on one of the most expensive things I have?
I'm guessing C. I'm guessing he chose C. That seems like something he did. Oh gosh.
Yep. That's not going anywhere.
Why would you do that?
You'll never take me down.
Invincible!
I'm invincible. No, you're not.
Stay getting his
I can
ass beat
see
though.
you. What?
Not
You
invisible.
heard me. You're not invincible. I can see you.
He thinks he's saying
All right,
invisible.
I think you have a fundamental misunderstanding of my...
I love this show though.
Where is that coming from?
House settling?
Damn, yeah.
We ran to the TV before it fell and placed it on the floor. To no one's surprise, the screws popped out and half of them were too small to even be effective.
Come on, bro.
The next day,
What's wrong with
I went
you?
to the hardware store and got bigger drywall screws. But I reached another obstacle. To properly attach them, I would have to remove the mount, place the plastic anchor, then drill in the mount with the screws.
That's not too hard though.
Do as described
Oh,
properly
gosh.
and learn from my mistakes?
This guy's trying to
B,
destroy his
hire
house.
Someone who actually knows what the hell they're doing? Or C, screw them in at random around the holes, further ruining the wall and hope that somehow does the job.
I'm guessing he chose C, guys.
Yep, that's not going anywhere.
Oh, snap! I know you'll
do I
hit thumping.
Properly, you idiot!
Back to the hardware store I went. I
The
must
Hell
have looked
Depot.
like the biggest moron ever, returning half an hour after buying drywall screws to buy plaster and even bigger screws.
I'm not even gonna lie, there are currently a lot of holes in my wall right now where I was trying to mount my TV because like first I put it way too high and then I put it way too low and then I had to get like the Goldilocks zone where it was just right. So there's like a lot of holes in one of my walls and I'm not even upset about it. Like I got my TV on the perfect eye level, so I'm happy. Who cares that there's holes in my walls, you know?
But finally, I took down the mount and set it up properly. Lesson here being, learn from your mistakes.
There you go.
first.
Always learn from your
Recently,
mistakes, kids.
Izzy, Prince, and I suffered through one of the worst nights of our lives. Coming home one night, we opened the door of our house to find nothing. Usually, there's a tail wagging furball at our feet, but not this time. We turned on the light and saw him at the top of the stairs, looking guilty, with a chocolate bar wrapper on.
Oh, he's looking guilty.
Yeah.
He's gonna die!
He's not gonna die.
Do dogs
Every
really
dog
die
owner's
after
dealt with it, and
just
I've
chocolate?
had enough pet incidents to know that a tiny amount of milk chocolate wouldn't kill him. A
Okay.
stomach ache at most. But when we went to the top of the stairs, there was a torn open lint bag
That
with
idiot
nothing
dog.
inside of it.
Oh
Not
my gosh.
even a wrapper.
This
God
dog ate
damn.
poison.
Die! Oh my god!
He had sifted through a grocery bag, pulled out the chocolate, and ate every single ball whole. Now that can't be ignored. So we jumped in my truck and floored it to an emergency vet.
So it looks like...
He's gonna die! No!
And then they charge you out the ass
No,
for this.
No, we just made him vomit.
To death! No!
Okay, this
Oh my
girl,
God,
man.
my poor
Thank you for your help. Despite nearly dying and puking up what the vet described as a faucet of liquid chocolate, this dude walked out of the clinic grinning ear to ear.
You gonna replace my
Apparently,
chocolate?
The sweet taste of Swiss chocolate was worth the lethal dose. After a tired drive home, we finally settled in to go to sleep. A hectic night, sure, but we definitely dodged a bullet. That's all that fate had in store for us. I wouldn't even need a rewind button.
I just ripped my toenail off.
Oh, I'm sure it just feels like that. I doubt you actually ripped it off.
Oh!
I have no idea how,
don't
but
take it
Izzy's
off!
toenail tore completely off. Rewind button, rewind button. So we jumped back in the truck and drove around
That's
all over
nasty.
again. It was nearly 2 a.m. by the time we bloodily limped into an urgent care room.
Yeah, we're pretty busy tonight. It's gonna be an 8-hour wait.
What?
8
There's
hours?
no one here.
Well, that man has been waiting for a while.
Is he?
We should go. So that was the longest night of our lives. We did eventually see a doctor who basically told us, well, too bad, you're just gonna have exposed nerve endings for a week.
Why
Which
did
was
you rip the
really
whole
awesome to hear.
toenail out?
But she's okay now,
Ah.
physically.
Ah.
But the regrets, unfortunately, don't end there. Let me share with you my instant regret lightning round.
Let's get it. I love
Every haircut
lightning
I've
rounds.
ever gotten. Washing a wine
Most
glass with my
haircuts.
fat hands, shattering
And
it
when I
everywhere,
was
and
young.
slicing my pinky nearly in half.
Sheesh.
Ages 12 through 15.
I can
Every
agree.
time I've used Facebook Marketplace.
Eh.
Leg day. Designing my animated character when I was 13. Becoming friends with the infamous Swoosh.
Dude, what?
Picking
Damn.
a hangnail.
Ow!
Ordering Uber Eats. Every gamer tag or username. But in the end, most of these regrets are just goof ups on my part. If there's anything I've learned, it's that the biggest regrets are when you're too scared to do what you really want to do. What if I
Amen.
never put my arm around Izzy on our first date? Never jumped off that bridge in New Zealand? Never wrapped my car in Dynaco Blue? So just take those leaps. Tackle short-term fear
It's
or
a leap
live
of
with
faith.
long-term regret.
I love
Worst
that.
case scenario, you get a silly video to make out of it.
I love that. Facts, bro. Take that leap of faith. Who are you? A random guy in my house. He must have made the same mistake he did earlier in the video. All right, that was a very strong message. Sometimes in life, you just gotta go and do and stop worrying about if you're gonna mess it up or if you're gonna regret it. Sometimes you just gotta do it and find out for yourself. Love that message.